All right, Zane. Can you tell me a little bit about your Genius Hour project? Everything from creating your idea to the actual project you implemented.
Sure. With our project, when it came to deciding on what we wanted to do, there was obviously conflict at first because we were given a pretty open range of doing anything we wanted. So when it came to deciding, we kind of both just had to find something that we liked or that we had a passion for. And so we chose art because we both like art. Um, and then what was the second part of that question?
It's just kind of like your timeline, like from creating to the actual product.
All right. So when we started off making it, we thought it'd be cool to do a timeline, even though it was really boring, because we were both used to the traditional thing, where it was something normal or what we thought was normal, um, and so we did like a timeline because we thought that'd be easier for like a teacher to grade, because we thought we were getting a grade, but we figured out that that wasn't going to be something that we would like to do or would be capable of doing really. So we decided against that, and we moved on to teaching, or decided that we wanted to teach like younger students about art and art history and art appreciation, and how to just like find art in the world.
Okay. What, if anything, do you know now that you didn't know before going through inquiry?
After our like inquiry process, I felt that I learned that a lot more people appreciate art than I thought they did, even though it may not be funded as well. There's still people out there that really like enjoy art, and like our mentor Miss Brooks, we thought that they weren't learning any like art history. We thought they were just learning how to draw themselves. Um, but when we went into her classroom, like there was like art history stuff all over the place, and we were really surprised by that and like different cultures and whatnot,
Okay.
which we thought was cool.
What, if anything, can you do now that you couldn't do before due to inquiry?
Do an inquiry. Definitely, like, if I had to ask a question, usually I would just go straight to a teacher about it, or like just ask someone. But now that I know the inquiry process, I feel like I could find out most things by myself if I don't already know them. Like if that's going online or getting like an encyclopedia or something.
Okay. Um, how did technology impact your thinking throughout your experience with inquiry?
Technology was a big part of it, obviously. Google. Um, but also being able to like have all your stuff organized, or like just like emailing, getting in touch with people way easier.
So I'm hearing emailing was a means of technology. Can you illustrate maybe some other pieces of technology that you used as tools throughout many of your experiences?
Yeah. Well, for our monster project, we did the website, and so that was a huge part of it, obviously, technology-wise. Um, so that was something that we got to experiment with, and I thought it went pretty well. Uh, as far as using it for the inquiry process, it was a good tool because like you could search very specific things within a topic, and then like branch up from there. Like it was like a good like base thing to use for research, other than interviews and whatnot.
How did your comfort with technology grow due to your experiences with
Uh,
inquiry?
I feel like my uh, like relationship with technology was already pretty good, just because I've grown up in a family where we use it a lot. But definitely a lot more after making the website, because that was pretty pressure intensive. Um, and just being able to like find stuff on Google, like browsing the internet is a pretty hard thing sometimes.
Sure.
And so finding like credible sources and like useful information was something that I became very comfortable with.
Okay. How was your creativity challenged, or maybe it flourished during this time frame?
Um, Definitely, again, making the website. Uh, that was something where I had to use like my uh, skills as not really an artist, but like an artist, I guess, to have it like look good and not just look like a bad website on the internet. So that was something where I had to use that. And then also for the Genius Hour, when we made our posters, or just like when we're making those games especially, I had to use some imagination for those.
Okay. What did you learn about collaboration throughout this process? Collaboration when we work with others, partners, groups, when we collaborate ideas. So what did you learn about collaboration through this process, and how has that impacted your efforts in your current position as a learner?
Well, with collaboration, really, without other people, most of the projects that we did probably would have been a lot harder. Definitely like Genius Hour, because I needed someone there to like help me get through it, because it was painstaking sometimes. But also just to have like people that could do stuff that I couldn't, maybe. So like, or that could get through it easier than I could. Like I would struggle with some things and they wouldn't.
Say more about when that would have happened to you. Like, give me a
So,
for instance.
For instance, when we were making the poster, I was like, didn't want to cut anything out. I was just like sitting there, and Ashley was like Scissor Master. And then also making the website again, I was kind of just like the manager, because I knew like my technology stuff and that kind of stuff. But then I had the other people in the group that were helping do most of the typing and like getting all the information on there and getting stuff linked on there, which was really helpful.
Okay. What do you suppose was the most interesting aspect throughout this time using inquiry?
Two things. One thing that was really interesting was just how even like if two groups working on different things, they still could like collaborate and like just bounce like questions in general off of each other about anything really. And then the second thing was like being able to do anything you wanted, and the fact that the project was not traditional, like it was really open, which I thought was awesome because I hate traditional stuff. So it was a really fun project, and it made a lot better impact on like my education than any traditional worksheet would.
So let's talk about that impact. How have these experiences with inquiry impacted your learning process now? So because of experiencing this, what are you able to do as a learner?
As a learner, studying definitely a lot easier, because I could get together with a group of friends and we could all just ask questions, kind of like our Socratic seminars that we did. I mean, maybe not as organized as that, but definitely like resembling that. And then if say the teachers are traditional and they just throw us over, it's a lot easier to like be on our own and like having to look stuff up. It's easier to find that stuff on our own.
Okay. What do you suppose was the most challenging aspect of this inquiry process?
Even though
Inquiry?
it was the most fun part, definitely like having to like choose your topic and then like find research on it, even though you had no idea what you're gonna do and how what you did would affect like your grade and whatnot, because like it was just very open and almost a little too open, and so I felt like I was just like writing everything down because I didn't know what I was gonna need, and so I felt like there was a lot of journaling almost that went on, but in the end it all tied back in.
Okay.
It made sense again.
What were some unwritten skills you had to use, strengthen, or improve on to be successful throughout our interactions with inquiry? Some people have said things like time management or compromise.
Yeah.
Can you think of some unwritten things that you would have carried over from this?
Definitely like not like teamwork, but like working together, because I mean, yeah, especially those that had partners, because if you're not getting along or something, you're probably not going to get anything done, because you're not going to want to do anything together. So that was a big thing.
Yeah.
Planning was a big thing, because if you didn't plan, you probably ended up procrastinating because you just didn't have any scheduled. We pretty much scheduled every Friday because you gave us that awesome organizer thing. And so that helped a lot. Just like we almost like planned our own class period for the day, which was really cool. So.
If you were to give advice to the next Genius Hour class, what would be some things you would say to them?
I would say just do something you like and try not to screw it up. And if you try your hardest, I mean, it's not a huge deal. It's pretty easy. grade. Like, it's not something that's you have to worry about, because I mean, you were there the whole time. We have a mentor,
Mm-hmm.
you have your friend, and all your classmates you can bounce stuff off of. It was really easy just to get help if it was needed.
For somebody who values A's, how did this project, or how did your work with inquiry affect that type of thinking?
So like,
Did you still do it for the grade, or did it become more for you?
I feel like it was for me to begin with, because I didn't want to do something I didn't like. Like, I'm not gonna go do something for an A if I don't like it. Like, I mean, I have B's. So I only do stuff if I really like it. So with this project, it started out as something I liked, and it ended like that too. But like in there, I was thinking about like how is this gonna get graded, and I was like kind of worried that this was gonna be for nothing. But I realized that what we were learning wasn't just like about like what we decided to learn. It was like the skills that we were gaining from it that were really good. They're cool.